Thank you for joining us tonight as we take a look at program flow. There are several pieces of BR for handling the flow and order of your programs. In this code, line 70, GOTO 800 will send the program flow down to line 800. Like I've said before, it's easier to work in business rules if you use an external editor. To do this, save our program as sample and list it to sample.brs. Notice that in business rules, comments are anything on a line behind an exclamation mark and will be ignored by your program. Use comments generously because it helps you keep track of your program flow. It also helps other programmers to understand what's going on if they're working on your program later. Then open your .brs file in an external editor. Once you've imported your .brs file into an external editor, you can see that line 70 has GOTO 800, and line 800 would be where you put your printing code. A better way to do this, however, is to use line labels. If you look in line 80, you'll see GOTO final print. Final print is a line label, and it's found here on line 900. Line labels can be any word that is not already used by BR itself, and they must be followed by a colon when they're marking the line. So final print, colon, and then whatever code you would like to follow. Whenever BR encounters a GOTO, it skips all the lines in between and goes directly to that designated line. However, one of the great things about working with an external editor is you don't have to work with line numbers. By using tools and the Lexi tool strip line numbers, you can remove the line numbers. And now look how the GOTO 800 has turned into a line label, L800, and there's the corresponding L800 line. GOSUB is another way to move through your program. It uses return to get back to the line after it initiated it. For example, in this line, GOSUB print header, the GOSUB will send you to a subroutine which is found on a lower line entitled print header, and you can see it says print fields using these characteristics, Smart Software Inc. And then the line below it, when the subroutine ends, is a return, which will send the flow of your program back up to the line after the GOSUB. And that's where the rest of your program code will go. Next, we'll look at the do loop. Looping can be done while or until another condition is met. Do loops are often used to read or write data. In this example, I'm also going to be using an internal function called file, which returns a status on a data file operation. So in my example, looping while file of GHSC equals 0 will continue through the loop until the end of the file has been reached, because when that internal function equals 0, it means that the file has been read properly. So it will continue to read each file record until they've all been read properly. So we see in the example you do while file of GHSC equals 0, and it continues to read each file, and we continue to loop while the two files have the same value. For reading records into two mats, and mats are a tool in business rules which helps you keep information in your program.